Good evening. Tonight, the evolving reactions to the reporting by the Washington Post published last night around this time, some 24 hours ago. The Post reported that FBI agents recovered a document from Mar-a-Lago describing a foreign country's nuclear capabilities. And CNN has yet to confirm the Post reporting. That said, when reached by the Washington Post for comment, an attorney for the former president did not deny the substance of it. Instead, he said something that we've now started hearing a lot from defenders of the former president in the last 24 hours, deflecting on the facts, focusing instead on the leaks. For example, here's Senator Marco Rubio, who serves on the Senate Intelligence Committee, this past Sunday, explaining away the FBI recovering highly classified documents at Mar-a-Lago as a storage argument.
This is really at its core a storage argument that they're making, right? They're arguing there are documents there. They don't deny that he should have access to those documents. I don't think a fight over storage of documents is worthy of what they've done.
Well, now that the Washington Post published their report about nuclear secrets perhaps being involved, Senator Rubio and others are focusing more of their argument on apparent leaks.
That doesn't seem like the kind of thing you should have in your post-presidential desk drawer.
Well, let's break this down. First of all, again, we really don't know, because let's go back and understand that all of this information is coming from one side and one place, and that is sources with knowledge of the investigation. Well, who are the sources with knowledge of the investigation? The FBI and the Justice Department, and they are leaking to the media.
So it's a line of defense that the former president's son, Eric, echoed while adding a twist of his own.
I mean, you literally have the FBI who's spending more time leaking stuff to the press. I mean, these pictures, you think my father happened to just leave documents all over his office floor? I can tell you, my father's a very, very neat guy. He doesn't leave documents staged all over an office floor.
So, to be clear, no one has suggested that this is the way the FBI found these documents, least of all the Justice Department, which says in court filings they were mostly in boxes and some were in desks in the former president's office. So it's unclear what exactly Eric Trump is trying to say there. What's clear is he did not take the opportunity to explain what one classified document, let alone many, were doing at his dad's resort. He did, however, call the court-approved search a, quote, fishing expedition. As for Republican Senator Josh Hawley, he too decried the leaks today, but not what the search covered, all while adding a dose of whataboutism.
The filings show that there was classified documents at Mar-a-Lago.
Like the ones that Hillary Clinton deleted. Hillary Clinton had 110 classified emails that she deleted off of her server in 52 different email chains. 8 of those were labeled top secret. But what was done to Hillary Clinton? Nothing.
But if you're concerned about her, shouldn't you be concerned about Trump too?
First of all, I don't know what the facts are with regard to the former president, but I can tell you it is laughable. It is Sandy Berger stuffed classified information into his socks and other pieces of clothing, if memory serves, and nothing was done. Nothing.
Keeping him honest, you might want to tell that to Sandy Berger. The former national security advisor was indicted, pleaded guilty, fined $50,000, disbarred, and stripped of his security clearance. Consider that, as you do, listen to what the former president's own ex-attorney general said just this morning.
I think, as I've said all along, there are two questions. Will the government be able to make out a technical case? Will they have evidence by which that they could indict somebody on, including him? And that's the first question, and I think they're getting very close to that point.
To his second question, whether the former president should be indicted, he said he hoped not. However, he added that there would be considerable pressure to do it because people would ask questions about fairness and whether a former president should be above the law. Quoting Bill Barr now, the former attorney general, "Look, if anyone else would have gotten indicted, why not indict him?" Now, the fact that the former attorney general is even entertaining the question of charging a former president is certainly something. But before getting to the growing legal ramifications, I want to first bring in our national security and counterintelligence voices tonight. CNN senior law enforcement analyst and former FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe and former Director of National Intelligence James Clapper. He's currently a CNN national security analyst. So, Director Clapper, you've called these documents the holiest of holy when it comes to sensitive information. Can you just explain possible national security risks for the U.S. if an adversary were to gain access to them while they were in Mar-a-Lago?
Well, Anderson, first thing I always have to say here is that we don't actually know the substantive content of any of these documents. You can certainly infer things from their classification, and in this particular case, the subject topic matter, assuming the reporting is accurate. And the reason this is so important from an intelligence perspective is that when I said they're the holiest of holiest, is because the reason nation states make a decision to have nuclear weapons is because they decided they need them for their very existence, for their survival. Ironically enough, this is something we and North Korea have in common. We both decided at different times that we needed nuclear weapons as deterrent from an attack from an adversary. Accordingly, from an intelligence perspective, knowledge of a country's capabilities are the most closely guarded secrets that they have, and in turn are the hardest to glean for us. So if these documents are exposed or revealed, they'll reveal two things potentially. One, of course, is what we do know about a foreign nation's nuclear capabilities, which in turn could lead to back engineering by that state to figure out how we got it, that information, and close it off. And it could take years to restore that. That actually means that by virtue of the fact we're more ignorant of a nuclear equipped country, that diminishes our own national security. So that, that's a big deal. And then the other side of that coin is it also could reveal what we don't know, which then could serve to reinforce on the part of that nation what they're doing to continue to mask information and prevent us from gaining insight into their nuclear capabilities. So on several levels, this is potentially quite damaging, in my opinion.
And Andrew, once national security officials became aware that something of this magnitude was included in these documents, again, if the Washington Post reporting is correct, what steps would be necessary to ensure that these secrets, in fact, remain secret? I mean, the whole special classification of this and how they're stored seems to be a big piece of this.
It certainly is, and no fact makes that clearer than the reporting that several of the agents on the search warrant lacked the necessary access to those special access programs to actually review the documents. So these things are so limited in their distribution to people with not just top secret, but SCI access and special access program authorities, that you're going to have to search to find the right people to be able to really dig into these documents to conduct the sort of assessment that Director Clapper is talking about, to understand, like, what have we lost here? What's the worst case scenario in terms of these documents falling into the hands of an adversary? What have we compromised? Sources and methods. Have we betrayed the trust of a trusted ally? Some of those nuclear nations who could have been the topic of discussion in these pieces, if the reporting is accurate, are friends of ours. They're not all adversaries. And so they could compromise existing important relationships with allied countries. So there's just very many levels of potential damage here. And at the very first outset, you got to find the right people with access to these programs to be even able to look at the stuff. It's really complicated.
And Director Clapper, the former president and his supporters have made the claim that he declassified all the documents found at Mar-a-Lago. Obviously, there's been a lot of reporting on that since then, people pointing out that obviously to declassify all this, while the president does have powers in that regard, there would be a paper trail of it. There would be other people who were informed. There would be other agencies that would be informed. Does it make any sense to you that he would declassify material related to nuclear capabilities?
Well, no, it doesn't. And in fact, none of this makes sense. But most acutely, I think, nuclear-related information. And it's also something of a non sequitur to say he assert that he declassified something if nobody else knows about it. So if the rest of the government still believes that whatever mental magic wand he waved to declassify, if no one else knows that and still treats it as though it's classified, well, essentially it's still classified. There has to be some evidence of a declassification written on the document. And if they were declassified, it would be documented. And to the best of our knowledge, it wasn't.